Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Saturday, and I hope you're having a great weekend. There is a lot of drama that's been exchanged between The Block and Binance, specifically Changpeng Zhao, Mr. CZ himself. We'll catch you up on all the tweets, all the background, all the exposition in just a second, but let's first kick things off with a snapshot of the market on coinmarketcap.com. We have recovered somewhat after falling off what seems to have been a cliff. We're at $200 billion total market cap right now. Bitcoin up a little bit, actually up 1.42% in the last 24 hours. We were as low as about 6,900 yesterday, but back up to $7,327 at the time of this recording. Dominance at 66% even. And there are some other projects, as you can see, in the form of Bitcoin Cash, for example, EOS, Binance Coin, especially Bitcoin SV, that have bounced back even more strongly. The pronounced spike is certainly there to be observed. All right, onward now to all the juicy drama. Breaking as per The Block, Binance's Shanghai office shut down following police raid. According to sources, this comes to us via Celia Wan 2, whose updates we sometimes cover on Twitter. Here is the article on theblockcrypto.com. As you can see, Binance's Shanghai office shut down following visit by authorities. That's what sources are saying. And spoiler alert, this is fake news. Here is the quick take. Binance's Shanghai office shut its doors following a recent visit by authorities. According to sources, many of the exchange's executives and around 50 to 100 employees worked at the office, and the Shanghai government recently conducted a probe of cryptocurrency-related activities, while Binance also made its ambition to return to the Chinese market clear in recent months. But here's the editor's note. This post has been updated with additional reporting and information. That new report can be viewed here. As you can see, they've had to correct the record. We'll get to this in just a second. But here was the immediate reaction at Arrington on Twitter. The Block and CZ Binance are now having a public dispute over whether Binance even had a Shanghai office, realizing there is nothing crypto people won't fight about. The stupidity of it is all staggering. But is it warranted in the case of CZ, who's issuing a lawsuit here at Truth Raider HQ? CZ lawsuit incoming. One of the media directors at The Block has just locked his account in protection mode. They ran this story on purpose. Our Bitcoin Twitter community knows it. Here's Mr. Changpeng Zhao himself in response to this comment just a few hours ago. What a joke they are, and they should be ashamed of themselves. Would you consider suing them? And in no uncertain terms, at CZ Binance responding, we will be suing them. 5 very explicit, hard to misinterpret words that make up that sentence right there. Justin Sun chiming in. You have all of the celebrities, so to speak, of the crypto sphere basically weighing in on this issue. I personally would like to donate 100 Bitcoin. That's not $100 worth of Bitcoin. 100 Bitcoin to FUD, F-U-D, Fear, Uncertainty, Doubt, Fighting Fund, to which CZ Binance replied, that's a nice raise. I guess I have to call. In other words, I will put in 100 Bitcoin as well. Expensive tweet, but let's make sure the FUDers pay too. All right, I'm starting to like this response. People in this industry seem to have spines, and when there are dispersions cast against them, they are not afraid to fight back. Very encouraging. CZ Binance again on Twitter, this on the 21st of November. No police, no raid, no office. Hope you didn't pay to read that FUD FUD block. Basically, absolutely slamming The Block crypto for their reporting here. And understandably, Changpeng Zhao is upset here on Mickey.com. Furious CZ from Binance suing The Block over market tanking fake news. A furious CZ from Binance has vowed to sue The Block over a fake news story, partly blamed for this week's plunge in Bitcoin price. Now, that may be the argument that his lawyers use, but personally, I haven't heard about this story until basically the time of this recording. So I have a little bit of trouble accepting the premise that this is what tanked the market. Billions and billions of dollars lost in the cryptocurrency market because The Block published something. I kind of doubt it. But nevertheless, Changpeng Zhao is taking cryptocurrency news and analysis website The Block to court after the startup refused to apologize for its November 21st story alleging that Binance's Shanghai office had been shut down following a police raid. CZ called it irresponsible. He also called them fake news and demanded an apology. The Block went ahead and amended their story. We're going to get to that amended piece in just a second. Binance told Bloomberg there was no raid and that it hasn't had a Shanghai office for 2 years. Quote, any reports of a police raid are false. That's according to a spokesperson. We do not even have an office in Shanghai. And here's the tale of the tape in this matchup. Here are some important variables to consider. Changpeng Zhao is behind the multi-billion-dollar ultra-successful Binance.com. The Block is basically an online digital news startup that writes pieces for the internet. So they have an uphill battle, as the article puts it here, paying to defend themselves in court against the billionaire owner of one of the world's most successful cryptocurrency exchanges. And even if Changpeng Zhao hypothetically takes them to court and loses, I don't know how that would ever be the case, mind you, but even hypothetically, if that were to happen, he has the money to destroy the Block as a business, even if he does lose. Here is what the Block Crypto issued as a response on the 22nd of November, setting the record straight on our Binance reporting. As you can see here, and understandably, they're doing damage control. Taking a quick moment to address the firestorm that followed our recent reporting on Binance's offices in Shanghai, this piece addresses the criticisms, clarifies a bit about our process, and adds new context that solidifies our original reporting. In other words, not exactly backing down, clarifying but not retracting anything. The truth is, we're critical of everybody and have been accused, likewise, of shilling for everybody. Take our early coverage of Bitfinex, specifically reporting on their precarious banking relationships, which set off a wave of attacks from trolls convinced we were paid propagandists. But obviously, we were never anti-Bitfinex. The exchange's very own Paolo Adroino, its CTO, appeared on our podcast just this last week. Look, that's all well and good. They can cite precedents. They can provide other examples. That doesn't prove one way or another definitively that they were either right or wrong about their coverage of Binance. Here they address the statement, no police, no raid, no office made by CZ. Let's start with the no office claim. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, CZ, said publicly on Twitter following the release of our report that Binance hasn't maintained an office in Shanghai since 2017, but the Block's own sources and public information demonstrate that CZ's statement is false. In fact, it appears that there were 2 Shanghai offices at which Binance employees worked during the past 2 years. The plot thickens. Here now is what the Block claims to know purportedly about those Binance offices in Shanghai. There were 2 addresses at which Binance employees worked in that city, which in recent months shut down. Up until October of this year, some number of Binance employees worked out of an office at the crossing between Huangpi South Road and Jingguo East Road in Shanghai. The building, called Zhanghe Huanyu, housed Binance employees working on the 26th floor. And Binance also had a second office in Shanghai. The address is the Shanghai Ruik Cultural Development Company. A vendor who said he worked out of the office on the 26th floor described to the Block in detail the day-to-day at Binance Shanghai. He spent time at one of the offices during several weeks in 2019. Quote, CZ was there, said the vendor, who requested anonymity for fear of legal reprisal. He said Binance employees had their own VPN to get around the, quote, Great Firewall to visit websites like Google. They also used foreign services like Jira to manage projects. So again, the Block not at all retracting their previous statements, really doubling down on everything, also including photos, purportedly one of Binance's Shanghai offices, this at the Shanghai Huanyu building. Weighing in here on chapter 2 of all the drama, this looks like good reporting to me. If Binance didn't have an office at all, which is not the case, you could even worry more. And here again on Twitter at The Block, breaking, Binance's Weibo account has been blocked due to violations of laws. You can also read about that on theblockcrypto.com. Again, more and more details seem to be emerging. This from the 15th of November, so a little bit earlier. Weibo accounts of Binance and Tron have been blocked due to violations of laws. If you care to dive into this issue, we will link to the article in the description below. Finally, our very own Shashwat at email Shashwat on Twitter. Make sure you're following. Had this to say about the issue. It's funny to see that in reality, The Block is registered as a software company, not a journalism company, whereas Binance is registered for management consultancy services. What on earth is Shash talking about? Well, here on Bloomberg.com, they've gone ahead and dug up some dirt on Block Crypto Incorporated. The Block Crypto Incorporated develops blockchain technology and crypto assets software. The company offers a platform that enables members to provide content, community discussion, experts, and regular industry events. Block Crypto serves clients in the state of Delaware. And as you can see under the sector, yes, they've identified themselves under the technology sector, but under the software industry, specifically the sub-industry of application software. They were founded back in 2018. And by contrast, Binance Limited here, we have company number and a bunch of other information, as you can see, is registered as a management consultancy with activities other than financial management, temporary employment agency activities. So there you have it. There's all the information. Make of it what you will. Different people are saying different things. It looks like there may be, quite honestly, a little bit of lying in both camps, but for whatever reason, the block came out very hard against Binance. It's interesting to me, at least in my assessment of this situation, that they have doubled down and they have basically positioned themselves. They've kind of dug in their heels and they're ready for a battle. But as we saw in that previous article, a battle against a really financial heavyweight, the likes of Binance, is going to be a difficult one for the block to maintain. But nevertheless, that is what they've chosen to do. We will update you all on this story if and when news breaks. And that about wraps it up for today, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications if you've enjoyed today's video. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this Saturday. Hey, don't forget about our big giveaway happening right now. In fact, you have until next Saturday, the 30th of October, to enter your hat into the race. You have a chance to win this beautiful and elegant and very sharp crypto tag Zeus starter kit. All you have to do is make sure you are subscribed to the channel, leave a comment, one comment per video, please. We will be drawing a winner at random on the 30th of November. And from that point onward, henceforth, we're going to be giving away prizes. There will be giveaways that we're going to be doing every week from Saturday to Saturday, so 1 week at a time. And for a chance to win this crypto tag Zeus starter kit, again, subscribe to Altcoin Buzz and comment on this video or any other video we release between now and the 30th. Best of luck if you choose to invest, everybody. Have a great Saturday and a great weekend. We hope you join us again soon in our next video. Take care.